Hello and welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect ginger colored hair. So what you're going to need developer. I use 30 developer. You're also going to need your bleach powder, which I use Quick Blue, because usually when you use Quick Blue, it doesn't leave that rust type of color. It allows it to be more of the blonde color that you want, instead of that orangey color that some of the bleach powders will give your hair. In addition, you'll also need some gloves and also an application brush to apply the bleach onto your hair. Unfortunately, the hair that I'm using isn't a color 4, so whatever time that I used for the processing, if you are using a color 1 or 1B, it's gonna be much longer, or a slightly longer. You're gonna have to kind of eyeball it to see when the hair lifts to the color before doing the watercolor, which you'll see a little bit later in the video. Okay, so just a heads up, depending on the quality hair that you are using, it will then impact how long you leave the bleach on. The better quality hair is, the less time it needs to lift, okay? So right now you just see me mixing the bleach and the developer together, because once again, you don't want it to be too runny, but you also don't want it to be too thick, because you're not trying to bleach knots. You're just trying to saturate the hair as best as possible. So after I mix it, you're gonna see me comb out the hair, because once again, you wanna make sure you get each and every last strand of hair. Alright, so for the rest of the video, you're just going to see me continuously saturate the hair with the bleach and developer mix. And at the end, I'm just going to wash it with some shampoo. It doesn't matter what type of shampoo you use. And then you want to condition the hair, because anytime you bleach hair, you are technically damaging it. So always just make sure you condition your hair after, so it can remain soft and nice. All right, so once your hair is fully saturated, what I do, I'll continuously rub my hands through the hair or through the wig just to further distribute it. And then you're gonna need aluminum foil because aluminum foil allows the hair to lift even faster. So you're going to put the hair in the aluminum foil. I'm just adding a little bit more of the bleach because I had a little bit left over, so I was just adding more. And then once you do that, you're just going to wrap the hair securely in that aluminum foil and wait for it to process faster. So at this point, I'm just taking the hair out of the aluminum foil wrap. And as you can see, the hair is much lighter and much brighter than when we initially started. So you want your hair to get to this type of light honey brown before you start the watercolor method. All right, so this is just another view as to how the hair should look prior to doing the watercolor method. You need to get it to this honey brown in order for the color to really absorb when you're doing the watercolor method. All right, so when you're preparing to do the watercolor method for dyeing hair, you're gonna need some hot water. So I boiled some water, about 1.8 liters in the kettle, and I poured it into a bucket. And so it took only 2 bottles of hair dye to achieve the color that I wanted. So I'm using Cajun spice and cinnamon from Adore. So you pour the entire contents into it. Some people, depending on the hair color that you're looking for, they may only put half a bottle and kind of just keep trialing it to see if it's taking the color well. Just a heads up, when you are dyeing your hair this color, during the process when you keep dipping the hair in and out, you'll notice because of the hair dye, it'll look quite dark. Like it'll look like it's even maybe a dark brown, but that is normal. So don't get worried and try to wash it out right away. It will still pick up the color. Another heads up, depending on the type of color that you're dyeing your hair to, it's very important not to get that dye on your lace. But for this color, and I've noticed for sometimes when I dye my hair green, it doesn't tint the lace, it doesn't stain the lace. So feel free to submerge the entire hair or the entire wig into your bowl when you're doing the watercolor method. So I did dip the hair about maybe 8 times, 7, 8 times. And then I left it in the bucket for about 5 minutes, came back and washed the hair with some shampoo and conditioner, and I let it dry.